everybody. We're going to take a look at Seesaw and finding activities to push out to your students. Now, I'm sharing with you today my home Seesaw that I've created for my children to try and keep us somewhat sane. To limited success, but we're going to go with it. Now, working in Seesaw here, I am going to look at activities. So the best way for me to add an activity is to come to the add button here. And when I click on that, I will find assign activity. And when I click on that, it will take me to a menu of options. Now, this is my library. So these are activities that I have found before. I have hearted them, which means they've been added to my library. If you come to the community, you will see a lot of options, a ton of options, okay? And you can drill down by what you're looking for, okay? So this would be cool here, since we're trying to find ways for to extend and engage, or some of these are popular this week, okay? And when I look for these, I see a couple things here. Most importantly, what I see is that there are 6,700 likes. That means almost 7,000 teachers have looked at this and liked it, okay? So I can heart that and take a look at it a little bit later. I can come through here. Maybe I click on this creative thinking part here, and I'm going to start taking a look through. So 513, I see close to 2,000. That's pretty cool. I like this idea of getting creative with snap cubes. That looks really neat as well. So I can heart that as well. Okay. Now that I've hearted these, I could also come back to the community page. And if I wanted to do and find some skills that were more of a review for students, then I could come through here and I could find maybe some math. Now I'm going to look for something for my daughter here. So my daughter is in second grade, so I have it set for that. And I've hearted a couple of these already. And sometimes she used the 10 frames. That's always helpful as a skill review. This one looks good too. This make 10, 6,000. That looks great. So I'm going to heart that as well. So I've hearted a bunch here now. And now when I come into my library, here's where I can work with these concepts. So I'm going to take a look at this make 10 here. This looks neat. And when I click on it, I have a better idea. These are the directions for the students, right? And then I also noticed that there aren't any verbal directions. So if I thought that it was really important for me to have me read to this, I can come in here and I can copy and edit the activity. When I copy and edit the activity, I'll be able to add voice instructions, which is really very helpful, okay? I'm not going to do that right now, and I can just go back, and I'm going to delete that this is a new activity. Okay, I'm just going to keep it as is. I'm just going to push it to the students and see what they can do with it. Okay, now I need to assign. So when I click my assign button here, I have a couple different classes going. Okay, a PD class that I was working on, another class that I had set up as a practice. This is the one for my children. So when I go into, I'm going to edit the students because I don't want to send it to all of them because Logan is my Heal Before. He's not ready for this. My Vivian, she is a kindergartner, so this wouldn't be really appropriate for her. So I'm just going to send it to my second grader, okay? And when I click the check button, it will send it to her, all right? And now that will show up in her page here, okay? So when I go back to my class, I can go to the journal, and I can click on Rowan, and I'll see her journal, and I'll see that I added that here. All right. And actually, this is the work that she's already done. So when I go to the class journal here, this is where I'll see what I had assigned out and I pushed out. Okay. Now, with that, I'd like to just kind of show you some of the things that I've been doing with my children. So this was for my kindergartner. I found this and I sent this out, right? We've been working on some 10 frame work. We have our morning prompt in the morning. This was so for my 3-year-old, this was his prompt. He's 3, so I'm not expecting him to write. So he just recorded his response. All right. And then another thing that we did was fun was a Lego challenge. And we've been doing some of these lately. So his Lego challenge was to design a toy for a stuffed animal. All right. And then this was my daughter's Lego challenge where she designed a toy for her stuffed animal, which was a jewelry box for her Shimmer and Shine doll. And then this was her Vivian's prompt here, which was to design a toy design for her a stuffed animal. Okay. And this is her response here. All right. So, really big opportunities thinking about this was our leprechaun trap that Viv made. So, big opportunity to push that out. It's a way for you to connect with the kids, to see their faces, hear their voices. And then there's some great activities that you can push material out to your students. So, as always, if you need any help, please just don't be afraid to reach out, and I'd love to help you.